Boldy James The Alchemist has been a straight up cheat code, especially since their 2020 project, The Price of Tea in China. And speaking of cheat codes, this new project's named after one.
I taught chop, been heartbroken since I lost Marks. First half a meal, niggas did it.
This beat's sick already. Whatever's arpeggiating in the background is sick, and then the synths play out that really well.
I wrapped it out the plastic, white as was living there. What happened to that last shit? This got a different smell. Gave grandma a hug. Just got through 2 bricks on the love. Ran off on my plug. Told him this shit too rich for my blood. Make sure you show your insurance card before you fill out them forms. Let her see my thing. Walking out the pharmacy with orange. Always make sure I put on the show. Whenever I perform, I ain't go to college, but I cut the blow with the doom.
Behavior out of the norm.
Now, when have you ever heard a gang member being called a psychopathic killer? He just kills because he wants to kill.
That's facts. Boldy has what a lot of coke rappers miss, and that's the vivid imagery. So imagery was on point here. Not too many standout punches or anything, but he still painted a good picture. I like his laid back delivery, and it sounded good, especially over this beat. So good opening to the album. All right, no laughing matter.
Out to me, but another opponent. I paint your face red, that same head that you brush, I'm a comb. You never done the
That's fire.
Out the drum and reloaded until the barrel start melting and the muzzle exploded. Blood was demoted. He helped the undercovers decoded.
Hey, this is a pretty good rhyme scheme that he's keeping right now.
This ain't no laughing matter. We went up top and dropped this shit off. Shit I had his ladder. The man had it. Packy like thermoses. Straight in his nappy ass hair, I'll give him a permit kit.
The production on that song was sick. I think Al's carrying this project just a little bit. This isn't the best Boldy I've heard, but he had a little bit of complexity with the rhyme schemes. He ain't punching as heavy as he was on Bo Jackson, but he's keeping up. So pretty good start to the album so far. This next song has Ice Cold Bishop in it, and it's Hot Water Tank. His beat's dope.
Back and forth, shell cases that across the concrete. Pass the torch, bullet fragments splash across your mom's Jeep. School police dogs sniffing hide the weed inside of my sneaks.
Oh yeah.
Talking, nigga slipping now. I ain't weak. Don't lay inside the truck. It's a full-time job to try to stay alive. And if a fuck nigga get it out of line, he get it hog tie with a Christmas like motherfucker.
Hey, his delivery was excellent, man. He had some gory stuff, some brutal bars.
Jack, cause I run pills, not done base. Whole battle was an uphill climb. Nigga had to grind it out like the front brakes. Working 9 to 5, no lunch breaks. Nigga trying to open up the floodgates. Like an uncut brick. All the nigga need is one take. Hood know about Lil Day. Caught up with him, he finito. Off the buff mall like I'm Skeeto. Quattro Cinco, shell sink slow. Hit him 2 times with the Glico. Now we flying up Pico with Guadalupe and Frederico. 1942 meat flow. Turn the keys to a souffle. Extra few K, get a free O.
He floating right now.
Being on his way to the scrapyard, he just stole another hot water tank. Where we at with? How much for that?
I like how he tied the song title in there too. And I see coke rappers do this a lot because they don't have a chorus. But when you tie the song title into the very last bar, it always hits hard to me. It's like when you're watching a movie and they say the name of the movie like somewhere in the movie. Alright, that was my favorite song of the album so far. I love that spacey beat. Al is flexing right now. And then Ice Cold Bishop's, his guest feature was fire, especially his delivery. I like his pitch. That's kind of the Danny Brown register, but, you know, imitation is the best form of flattery or something like that. Boldy snapped, though. He really got in a pocket with that flow, and he had a few bars with it as well. That was a dope song. So this is Bumps and Bruises. Alchemist is not capable of making a bad beat that incorporates horns. It's not possible for him.
Made it jump 137, pot with the deuces, mobbing with the goons, murky.
I like the drums, especially since drums haven't been that present on most of the album.
Blocked in with gloomy, chopsticks and ooze, plugged in with Ricky Ricardo, so we locked in with loose. Grandma told me to keep it up, I'ma cut short my black.
That was a bar. That's fire.
Nephew wanna have, had to charge his ass to Doug 40. Blood through me a half a slab.
That's sick. That's sick.
Blood through me a half a slab of dog. You know we love Snoopy. Fed the puppy, Scooby slash. Niggas never.
That's fire.
In the kitchen whipping cane, trying to make it jump Judy. Setting in some ice water, shocking.
This nigga snapping.
Had to pick my chain up from Johnny, so we met in Houston. Piecing out of 36. D-boy from the murder mitt. Risk versus reward don't equal out the reward versus the risk. Wrap it up in aluminum foil like a Hershey kit. Don't be scared to.
That's fire. Hey, we gonna put the bar counter up here.
Be last to shoot, just don't be first to miss. Quick to put that bitch out on the stroll like she was turning tricks. Sawyer in my suit.
That's fire.
Welcome home, double Bruises. He fresh out of the hoops. Back on the 6, he said that little doozy was a doozy.
He heating up. That was one of his better verses, probably his best verse. He was giving the very vivid coat talk, but it was so many punches, so much wordplay in between that verse. He has a really understated delivery, and he doesn't get too lyrical miracle, but he has really crisp rhyme schemes. And then the words that he's rhyming themselves, like the whole little Doug Flutie, Snoopy, that whole scheme, and then the Rooski, that scheme, they're just gonna come off really good because they sound good. And then the beat was sick too, so that didn't hurt. All right, this is Great Adventures.
Was hopping out that black van. Them hard times had a nigga in all black. Robbing like I was Batman. Heard he sitting on the pack. Bleeding like the 10 packs. Last pill I took went on a bad trip. But the man from my dark past will leave you in the past tense. Spot off a crack spit. Cop a crash whip. Way to work wet. Let it drive on the napkin. Chauncey one mirror in his back pocket. He just practiced looking hard. Whipping crack up in the pot. Cooking up in pickle jars. Had a drive-through trap on West Grand Boulevard. Got snatched up by the detectives, wanna know what I know. We only let off 50, but this clip come with 100 more. Serving all the clucks in the O. I was next to blow. Had to land my ducks in a row. Tell them check the scope.
Yeah, man, he's heat checking now. He's really getting into some more complex pockets. The pace that he's rapping at's picking up a little bit more. He getting in that duffel right now. All right, so now we got Moths in the Flame. We got the little arpeggiating keys and then the violin forming the melody here. This song's about to be sick. It gives it a real dark feel.
I was just a moth in the flame, but aspiring to be a boss in the game. Dear diary, I missed the Scarface with the cane. Blame my father, he put the cross on the chain.
This flow that he's getting into, it reminds me of, for one, it's sick, but it also reminds me of some of the flows he was getting into on Main Drum McNichols. I got a feeling about this one. Come on.
When I doze off, keep an open eyelid. In the dog every stay, I know man coming. So I bought a new K, cost me 500. Real
Let's
street
go.
nigga wear the same fit 3-4 days in a row. Playing with the blow.
Let's go.
On the slab, brick in the hair, half brick and cut, bundle the door like a lip.
And then he changing up the flow.
Birdie shit running my veins. Why your man acting so nervous and strange? Where we at?
A little layer of horns too in the background. Like it's 32 below, blow a couple hundred rounds at a nigga funeral. Bully boy, God dang, he is snapping right now. He is spazzing. What else? Welcome to the gangland. Let the stick breathe so the click can't jam. Go a top on a nigga that's a brain scan. When it's game time, I'ma stick to the game plan. That's fire.
Or the false.
Hey, nigga rap. This is fire. Nigga say something. This beat is crazy. Yo. Bro, nigga spit something. God dang, that song was crazy. This is probably the spookiest beat on this album. Boldy went off. Boldy went off. He had like 3 different flows in this song. All of those were different than the pockets he normally gets in when he raps. I'm telling you, man, he's heating up. He showed off a little bit of flow on Great Adventures, and he really got into his bag on Moths In The Flame. And then on top of that, the content, man, the street tales he's telling are dope. Like, all the imagery is super vivid. He's really talking on this album. So this is 300 Fences.
Shooting dice in the last week, down like 80K. Lost another nigga.
God dang.
One arm, see me on my way. Out in Grosse Point, need a new garage open. Got into it with my bitch, she mad I don't be posting her. Bill no answer, felt like I'm at the wrong.
Hey. You don't understand when you going through something and you gotta argue about something stupid. Hey, I felt this pain on that one if I ain't feeling on nothing else. Oh man.
That boy should have sent them off the job corps. Was in his room the whole time, snoring loud as a lawnmower. Put my son in my bed, hid my pills in the closet. Broke the balls down, hid him behind the living room couches. Been falling out the whole month, got into it again. Grabbed my pills, forgot the weed. Fuck it, I'm about to leave.
Bro, what is Alchemist on? What is this nigga on? That beat switch was sick.
Hoes in the door that I forgot about. Her son woke up out of sleep. Neighbor called the police, gave a full description.
It wasn't a full-on beat switch, it was more of a modulation, but it was sick.
Before a nigga could pull off the street. Her son woke up out of sleep. Neighbor called the police, gave a full description before a nigga could pull off the street. Hopped out the dick, threw the beans over the overpass. Hid in the field, thanking God they didn't mow the grass. Young 300 fences, woke up on my brother Roadhouse.
Yo, this is sick.
Young 300 fences, woke up on my brother Roadhouse. Next morning had a warrant, but was right back in the dope house.
That was great storytelling. And then I like how the story, especially for like 75% of the story, it was just like a regular day story, and he made it sound captivating. And then, you know, when it was a police chase scene, okay, then the story picks up a little bit. But he did such a good job of painting that scene, especially when he was doing, you know, the ordinary drug plays. And then the beat was dope. I think Alchemist does a really good job of, and not just on story songs, but it's like he's producing a score to a movie. Like, he produces tracks that fit that artist, because you listen to this album versus Haram, or the tracks that he did for, not tracks, but the track that he did for Bruises Brigade on This Thing of Ours 2. You know, the production, it still has Alchemist's touch on it, but it really fits the particular artist that he's producing for. So this is Guilt.
Remember I got front of the key. Before the bed came, my gas tank was under the E. Life took an ill turn on that.
Hey, it be like that.
Sunderland spring, now I'm fucking Miss Wilburn from my brother and me. With a great, only thing a nigga cared about is what the yay took. Powder on her face like she putting on some makeup. Before I had a roller, it was Tecmo Jacobs. Pop B came from the bill off the hell block. Log leaning with his F and N. Off a double cup of Maxwell House, called it Special Blend. Come to that murder game.
Bro, I don't know what this nigga did since track 3. I don't know what Alchemist told him in the booth. He is going in.
They know we pressure fit. Still in the kitchen, swirling cane like a peppermint.
Boldy is quietly a really good puncher.
Cut off the same deck of cards, we was all dealt. Quick to drop 100 rounds like my dog will. Everybody digressing, I took the high road. Stepped on the 267 in my wallows. $1 million worth of game out in Tucson. The plug on my first name, my face is like a coupon. What else?
That's a bar. My face is like a coupon. I like that bar.
Fuck around, get us all killed. Cut off the same deck of cards, we was all dealt.
Just hard. Just hard. All right, let's go ahead and check out Francois. Let's see if he ends this project on a high note.
Had to learn to put that work on the scale before the money got made. Niggas think if they go to jail, that is something to praise. Can't even say if niggas kept it silent. Whatever happened to them niggas got away and lived and tell about it. Well, all them bricks y'all niggas sold, I'm trying to buy a few. How many whips y'all niggas drove? You had the titles too. Can't put myself on the scene of actual situations. When it come to murder, ain't no statute of limitations. This for my blue collar criminals in for robbery.
Hey, that last line was tough. About the statute of limitation.
Went upstairs on little days, soon as we caught him lacking in this baby mama driveway. That shit was bound to happen. With no rush in my nigga mom, went in for 10 summers. Me and Dre never trade off bodies, we like twin brothers. My nigga Dutchy ate a double, ain't talking no whopper. I turn your block to a blackboard and put some chalk around it. Real shit, over the field in the Ken field, this 10 mil of bumps.
That was a fire way to say that, to chalk somebody out.
Parole violators, A through C prefixes, larceny, motor theft, under false pretenses, first degree and second, no involuntary manslaughter.
Cool. Okay, this song was cool too. I think the second verse was definitely fire. I don't know if I care for the chorus. I'm torn. Like, do I just like a laundry list of charges? I don't know. It's kind of cool on one hand, but then it's like, all right, bro, just get to the next verse. And then the first verse, he took a lot of time to talk about people in the rap game faking. You can tell in the raps who's authentic and who's not. I don't really care. But he had to get off his chest, so hey, he did what he had to do. But the second verse was fire. He was back to that fire imagery. He had some witty punches, some witty wordplay in there, and some witty ways of describing stuff, especially like that line we was talking about chalking someone out, turning into a black boy with chalk around or something like that. I was tough. So I'll say this project as a whole, fire. I don't have too much to critique about this album. I'll say it probably took a second to start, but the first two songs weren't bad at all. It's just from the third song all the way down to Guilt, Boldy was snapping. Boldy really shined on this project. You know, Al kind of took a back seat. And the only bad thing I'll say about that is there wasn't a really explosive beat on this album, like, say, Slow Roll on Price of Tea in China, or like Flight Risk or Double Hockey Sticks on Bo Jackson. But that being said, the production was fire. Alchemist's sampling is out of this world, and then the beats were so textured and they really fit whatever Boldy was rapping about, right? Like it was the score to a movie. So overall, Boldy and Al, still a cheat code.